Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Here is Mubashir Riaz. Today we are going to discuss the last topic of chapter number 4, which is density. So density will help us to describe the structure of different substances with respect to their mass and volume. For example, in this picture, you can see the different number of molecules present in the unit volume. So in this unit volume, which substance is the heavier one? So this type of question can be solved by by understanding the concept of density. So density is the mass per unit volume. Mass per unit volume is called density, and mathematically we can write mass per unit volume where density is represented by symbol rho. Density is represented by symbol rho, and this rho is equal to m over v, where m is for mass and v is the volume of the substance. So density is equal to mass over volume. Its unit is kilogram per cubic meter. For mass there is kilogram, for volume there is cubic meter, and the smaller unit is grams per cubic centimeter. To convert kilograms per cubic meter into grams per cubic centimeter, we have to multiply the given value with 1000 and dividing it by 3 times with 100. So it will change from kilograms per cubic meter to grams per cubic centimeter. So we have a triangle which describes the relationship between these three quantities: mass of object, density, and volume. So with the help of this triangle, we can understand the relationship between these three quantities: mass, density, and volume, where m is the mass, d is the density, and v is the volume. So here density is equal to mass over volume. Mass over volume, and mass would be equal to density multiplied by volume. So if we want to measure the mass of an object, then it would be equal to density multiplied by volume, and volume is equal to mass over density. So with the help of this triangle, we can understand the relationship between these three quantities: density, mass, and volume. Suppose there is 1 kilogram of an iron piece and 1 kilogram of cotton. So these are two substances and they have same mass. So which one is heavier, either iron piece or cotton? इनमें से heavier कौन सा होगा? Since they have same mass, so we can say that they have different volume only. So they have same mass. So with respect to their volume, we can describe their density. So here the density of iron is greater as compared to density of cotton, because the same mass of an iron piece is confined within a small volume, whereas cotton possesses the greater volume. So a substance with greater volume will have less density, and the substance with smaller volume will have greater density. So that's why the density of iron piece is greater than the density of cotton of same mass. Similarly, there is another example with respect to their mass. So let me change their mass. In this example, there are two cubes of similar volume. They have same volume, but number of molecules present in this unit volume is different. It contains a large number of molecules and it contains the less number of molecules. So the density of this cube, which contains the greater mass, is greater than the density of that cube which contains the less number of molecules, less mass. Hence we can say that for equal volume of substances, in previous example they have different volume, but in this example they have equal volume. So the substance with greater mass will have greater density, and the substance with smaller mass will have less density. So density depends upon these two factors, mass as well as volume of a substance. Now there are densities of different substances. Density of air, which is 1.29 kilograms per cubic meter. Density of pure water, 1000 kg per cubic meter. Density of sea water is 1025 kilograms per cubic meter. There is a slight difference between the density of sea water and pure water. Now, in case of mercury, it is 13,600 kilograms per cubic meter. Density of mercury is 13.6 times greater than density of water. Ice, 920 kilograms per cubic meter. Gold, 19,000 kilograms per cubic meter. Lead, which is 11,000 kilograms per cubic meter. So these are densities of different substances in the form of gases, liquids, and solids. Now there is a relationship between density and flotation. So a substance whose density is less than the density of water, it will float. A substance whose density is greater than the density of water, which is 1000 kilogram per cubic meter, then it will sink. कि अगर एक सब्सटेंस की डेंसिटी वाटर की डेंसिटी से ज्यादा हो तो फिर ये ऑब्जेक्ट सिंक होगा, और अगर एक ऑब्जेक्ट या एक सब्सटेंस whose density is less than density of water, then it will float. For example, an egg in a pure water or ordinary water, it will sink. And in case of a salt water, it float. So why? So this is actually due to density difference, because density difference will define whether the substance will float or sink. Similarly, if we put some ice cube in turpentine, then they will sink, and in case of water they will float, and in case of mercury, because density of mercury is much greater than density of water, then this is the position of ice cube on the mercury. Now there are two questions. First one is a block of concrete having mass 0.4, having dimensions 0.4 meter long, 0.3 meter wide, 0.1 meter high, with a density of 2500 kilogram per cubic meter, find its mass. And the second question is, a boy has made a model ship with a mass of 1.1 kg and a volume of 900 cubic centimeter. Will it float on water? Whereas density of water is 1000 kg per cubic meter. तो ये क्वेश्चंस हैं जो आप लोग अटेम्प्ट करेंगे. Thank you.